Welcome back to Johannesburg Park Station. Super middleweight action. Peter Mashamite, who not so long ago was unsuccessful against Umpush Makambi in his challenge for the South African title, in against Nonzane and Majola, who is from Pietermaritzburg, KwaZulu-Natal. There you go. A look at the crowd once more. Just one side of the ring, obviously, this, but the entire ring is surrounded by spectators, and then we have spectators up on the upper concourse as well. So it really does make for a nice atmosphere here. In the middle, the man dominating the action at the moment, Punlani Nsibi.
Welcome back to Joburg Park Station. This is Rainbow Boxing Promotions. Our next bout, a super middleweight contest. It is scheduled for 6 rounds. Let's bring into the ring, Zonjani Majola.
Zonjani Majola, up at altitude, comes from Maritzburg, which is not sea level, obviously, but somewhere down from Johannesburg. Peter Mashamite. Tell you what, this man has quite a lot of charisma about him. He's a fighter who's had a lot of television exposure. Hasn't always been successful. I see he's cut his hair though. Will he be like Samson? Lose his strength? Somehow I doubt it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this super middleweight contest is scheduled for 6 rounds. The officials are judges at ringside, Chane Mufai and the Hawks. The referee is Wallace Snowball. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the blue and white trunks. He weighed in at 75.26 kilograms. 15 fights, 6 wins, 8 losses, and a draw. All the way from Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal, here is Zonjani Majola. And fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the orange and white trunks, he weighed in at 74.44 kilograms, 19 fights, 15 wins, 3 losses, and a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, he comes from Mukopanem in Limpopo province. Here is Peter Mashamite. And from Limpopo, boxing.
Secretary, round 1.
Right into this bout we go. Super middleweight action it is. On the face of it, Peter Mashamite, with the experience of South African title fights, should have too much for Nonzane Majola. But he is fighting at super middleweight, and when he challenged Umpush Makambi, of course, he fought as a middleweight. We'll have to see how comfortable he is as a super middle. Look at those broad shoulders. Mashamite in the white trunks, Majola in the blue trunks with white trim. Problem for Mashamite, certainly at middleweight, was he never quite punched his weight. I mean, he's got a powerful physique. He's always looked a strong man. One felt, though, that he never quite put the power in his punches that one would have expected.
Erasmus Magwaza, Mashamite's sparring partner and stablemate, knocked out Mzonjani Majola in Durban.
Yeah, Mashamite now at super middle. Can he get...
Lands a good left hand, straight left, Peter Mashamite.
Is this just a trip to super middle and then back to middleweight as a serious contender, or is he eyeing Andre Teise's title?
You
perhaps?
take a look at the ratings, they've rated him both super middle and middle.
Oh, he takes a left hook there, Mashamite. He just left the guard down a bit.
Trying to be smart there, Peter Mashamite. Got caught by Majola.
Certainly made a better attempt at trying to take Push Makambi's title than our latest challenger.
It was Emmanuel Duma.
But I think a drawback for him has been his lack of, at times, apparent punching power. I can't see why he shouldn't have punching power, but at times it just doesn't come in as solidly as perhaps it should.
Swinging over arm right hand from Mzonjani Majola. There it is again.
We're just looking to get lucky with that right hand. Well, he's just moved up one division, but he looks so much bigger, as Mashamite. We're just measuring Majola with that right hand of his. Referee Snowball not happy with that.
You might look stupid if he catches with you something silly, okay? Get out there and do what you know best. Do the business. Okay? I don't want to bugger around in here. Okay? I don't want to bugger around in here. When he's so low, lift him with the uppercuts, okay? Step down, bring him up with the uppercuts. When his hands are tight, work your body. How you feeling? Sharp? Yeah. Stay there. Stay there. Just stick to the basics. Stick to the basics. 1-2s. Come back on your hooks. When he bends down low, bring him up with the uppercuts.
Well, interesting there, Mashamite getting a little bit of a dressing down in the corner from trainer Nick Durant, just telling him to stick to the basics and get the business taken care of. Of course, Mashamite hasn't been that long with Nick Durant either. So right hand scored by Majola as he came forward there. Mashamite carries his right hand very low, doesn't he? We saw Andre Teise hanging on to that super middleweight title at the Carnival City just the other night in a tough fight against Daniel Brube. So it is a fight that could be made if Mashamite gets the win.
Well, yes, of course, with the 3-fight rule gone. And Mzonjani Majola just about to make it to the canvas. Mashamite can fight for the SA title.
There's a terrific uppercut that found the target there. That set that up. Majola seems to have survived it. Well, maybe not. Those legs are looking a little rocky at the moment. Referee Snowball has his eye on the action. Majola trying to fire back, but he's got caught again. He left himself exposed.
Just doesn't see that straight left hand coming. Mzonjani Majola doesn't have an answer for that right hand. Straight left hand from Peter Mashamite.
Well, Nick Durant urged him to take care of business, and he's gone about the second round a lot more purposefully, that's for sure. Majola with the gloves up high. He has to have them up high because he's taking punishment. Oh, this is close to being stopped now. I think it should be stopped.
Quite right, Nick Collins. And the referee agrees with you. He stopped this fight. Referee Wallace Snowball saving Majola from further punishment. His trainer PJ patting him on the back saying, you tried. But this man is a gallant warrior. They call him Loverboy, Peter Mashamite.
Yes, now, presumably he can get back to middleweight, although he's been that route and lost to Mkambi. Maybe he'd fight a different fight this time if they were matched again. Or he could have a go at Andre Teyser too, because he's definitely one of the prospects in either division, and you can see why here. He's a class fighter, he's a good fighter, there's no question. Seems to be punching a little better too here at super middle. Problem for him at times, if I analyse why he seemed to lack power at middleweight, was he was a bit of an arm puncher and not always 100% correct puncher either. He may disagree with me, but I think if you looked at some of the tapes of some of his earlier fights, I think that's a fair criticism. Although now, under Nick Durant, he's looking pretty solid indeed. Looks so much bigger at super middle. Good win for Peter Mashamite. Pumlani will be making his way into the ring to give us the time. Didn't go very far, did it? Just 2 rounds. Majola was taking a real pounding. He was on his way down to the canvas. In fact, he touched the canvas. Referee Snowball calling a halt. So he'll live to fight another day, but not against Peter Mashamite, one feels. So he's been stopped now by Erasmus Mugwaza and Peter Mashamite. Let's just have a look at the finish. Oh, what a terrific left hand there. And that was I think the punch that really took all the fight out of Majola. That may be another reason. If Peter Mashamite looked at that last 30 seconds, he tends to punch a little square on. Doesn't really transfer the weight that well into his punches at times. But impressive performance nonetheless.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee Wallace Snowball stops the fight at 2 minutes of the second round for the winner by TKO, Peter Mashamite.
So, Loverboy Peter Mashamite, anything but loving towards Mzunjani Majola from Peter Maritzburg. It'll go down in the record books as a second round win for Mashamite as he makes his way out of the ring to applause here at Johannesburg's Park Station. Right, the South African junior welterweight title fight up next. Alvin Mahanisi challenging Samuel Malek.